Okay, this is a demonstration of an issue we've run into where, um, based on certain folder names, Alfresco applies the sys temporary aspect to the folder, and the side effect of that is that when a rule should be triggered on that folder, it's actually ignored, and the rule doesn't fire. There's kind of default logic to ignore firing a rule when an object has a systemporary on it. So the pattern we found actually is it's actually a method interceptor that's attached to the file folder service, and the pattern is kind of unique. But if you happen to have a folder that meets this pattern, then you're going to run into this problem. And so the pattern is basically 8 characters within the hexadecimal character set, so 0 to 9 and A through F. And so if you look into the file folder service, there's actually a method interceptor attached to that. And so here you can see I've expanded the jar. There's the file name filtering interceptor class. And that actually has a constant here called pattern XSL macros macOS temporary file name filter. And the pattern that's utilized here happens to hit anything that is this 8 characters with 0 to 9 A through F. So it looks like this was designed to intercept temporary files on the OS X platform. But the side effect is in share, the sys temporary aspect gets applied to folders if you just happen to use that same name. So I'm going to do a demonstration of this, and I have logging turned way up on my server so you can actually see kind of what happens. First off, I have a test rules folder, and I have a just basically a simple rule attached here. I can show that to you. Hello world rule, and that runs on creation or update of objects, and it runs only on type folder. And then what it does is execute the hello world JavaScript, which really just says hello world, the script executed, so you can see it in the log file. And that's really it. So the simple case, we're going to just create a folder, and I'm going to just call it 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should not meet our pattern. And I create that. I bring my log over here. You can see hello world is executed as expected. So everything's fine. Now I'm going to update that. And if it had met the pattern, it would now have the systemporary, but it doesn't meet that pattern, so it won't. So we should see hello world executed. So this is 23, 45, 55. We'll look for another instance. So let's update this. We'll call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and save that. So there's an update event. So we should have fired a rule, and we should be seeing in the log another hello world execution. So let's grab that. And 2346, hello world script executed. So this is fine. Everything looks good. You can see I've turned up logging on the rule triggers, so you can see that gets fired. You can see the script runs as expected. So now I'm going to create a folder called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what we'd expect here, now when this is created, there is no systemp on it. Not yet. There will be, but not yet. So at this moment, when the rule fires, it won't be ignored because it doesn't have systemp on it. So we should see that it executed. So let's look real quick. 2347, here we go. And you can see that it has executed. Okay, so we're good so far. But now I'm going to rename this. So this is a key step. I'm going to rename this, and it has to match the pattern. I'm going to just do A. So I'll save this. Let's look at our rules. So now this should have run the script again. I did an update. You can see on property update rule triggered, but because it has systemporary on it, it's ignored. It's just not, you don't run the script. So you don't see my hello world running. It basically doesn't run because it has the systemp. And the key thing here, I moved around on the logs just real quick. I want to show the file name filtering interceptor. You can see it's found that file name, and based on the pattern, it matched the pattern which should have systemp applied. And so you can see it's actually applying temporary marker folder. So if I go look at this in the node browser, this node is now going to have systemporary, and that's why when the on update properties ran, you don't see my rule running, my script running, excuse me, because the rule is ignored basically because it has systemp. So let's jump over to the node browser, and I'll compare this folder node with the other folder node, and you can see that the temporary aspect has been applied. Okay, I've loaded the folder node up in the node browser. You can see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7A. And if I scroll down to the aspects applied, there it is, systemporary. Let me go up one and into the other folder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This does not have systemporary applied. And it just happens to be because it matches that naming convention that matches this pattern in the filter interceptor. And based on that, this gets caught and gets the attempt. One last thing, I just wanted to bring up the rule trigger abstract base class to show that indeed you can see here ignore aspects, aspect temporary. So you know, if you do have a temporary aspect on a node, when the rule would be run on it, it's ignored because it has systemp. So that's basically it. I just wanted to provide kind of an example of the issue we're running into. It just so happens just that some of the folders basically happen to have 8 characters, and it falls within the hexadecimal character set. And so there are a subset of folders in this environment where rules don't run, and so when we update the folder, the rule doesn't run for it because it has this naming convention and it has this temporary.